Hello everyone, and thank you for joining on another Tuesday night. Do we have a special topic today? And why has this one come about? Because it seems to be what I'm getting a lot of people questioning. Has God forsaken me? Why do I have to keep suffering? Why can't I get out of this misery? Why can't I see an escape out of this darkness? Whether it's an emotional issue, whether it's mental, whether it's physical. There's a lot of people being tried at this time, and it is not that they are lost favor of God. It doesn't work that way. God is all love. And that is the message what I'd like to bring in today, along with this beautiful healing energy that we have, so we can bring calmness and peace into our hearts, so we can heal those layers that need to be healed. Thank you for joining. Today's Tuesday is our weekly group healing call. It's always a pleasure to be here. I know there are some people that have been texting me with some special intentions that some tough times they're going through, and they will be included. If you would like to use a chat to add in special intentions that you would like to bring in today's call, by all means do so. This is a safe place. The beings of light that come through are pure love. They're all part of Christ consciousness, 100% pure love and light. And whatever is going on in your life, I don't ever want you to give up hope. I don't ever want you to be in despair. I want you to run, jump out as fast as possible from that lower vibration into that higher vibration, so you can feel that love of God. It's there raining on all of us. It's just sometimes we get a little bit further down on the vibrational scale where we can't feel it or see it anymore. I'm going to tell you a personal story. I don't usually do this, but I just feel there's been many people suffering, and I want them to know they're not alone. There are many people who feel that God doesn't love them, or they've made God mad. God is all love. God is not a human being. It's not like a human parent. It is an energy, a consciousness, a creator that we have come from, and it is pure love. So I know it can be very confusing because some of us grow up with programming that God can be mad and you have to go to confession and say sorry for the forgiveness. That is all man-made, and I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not against religion in any way. Religion has its place, but we're dealing with spirituality here. We're dealing with who you truly are, a magnificent being of light who's coming to this physical body to live an experience in a human form. And when you do that, we forget everything that we know. And then we're brought into families with different belief systems, programming, social programming. And what we're doing right now on planet Earth is breaking free from it. And as you start to break free, you start to feel sometimes a little lost. Sometimes it's like, what's going on here? I'm confused. That's part of the awakening process. And some of you have been awake longer than others. Some of you are just waking up. And it can be a little rattling. And sometimes if you're the only person in your house that's waking up and your belief systems start to change, or you start to question belief systems that you grew up with, they might start to think that, hey, whatever you're doing, you need to stop it because you're rattling this house and we don't like it. So it can be an uncomfortable journey when you start to awaken. But the hearts of so many are starting to open to their true magnificence. I do have a few slides I'd like to show you today. And for those of you who have been joining my calls for some time, you might remember some of these slides. But I do believe it is important to remember who you are, how magnificent you are. I want you to feel that in every cell of your body, that connection to your divinity. You know, it breaks my heart sometimes, and that's my emotional side, my human side. I'm generally pretty good when I'm dealing with clients where I can stay up here detached, holding the light for them. But when I'm done my job as holding the space, when people leave, some clients really hit me hard in my heart because they're so lost. They're so separated from who they truly are. They're so they're so in disbelief that they could ever be magnificent. They don't even believe the words that I tell them when I say you're magnificent. A lot of us, when we say we're magnificent beings, it feels good. You can feel it in your heart. You may not understand it, but it feels good. But imagine if I said, you're a magnificent being, you're a love beyond measure. And there's just nothing, no feeling inside, just this confusion. How can she even say that? I am not worthy. I upset God. I am a failure. I did bad things. I'll never be forgiven. And sometimes there's the other people out there, and I'm going to put myself in that category, who always loved everyone and everything, but I didn't love myself. So I was separated from God. You can't get or have God's blessing when you're in a lower vibration, and that lower vibration can be done, or you could be in it for many different reasons. It could be traumas you went through. It could be experiences that you have seen. It could be so many different things. And we're all slowly healing from that. And we heal layer by layer. So a lot of people are looking for that magic wand, make it go away. I can't handle this pain anymore, whether it's emotional, physical, or mental. Now I know there's a lot of people just on the chat who have done healings for a very long time. And I know many clients have been doing it for years. I know I've been on my healing journey for 15 years. I know many people I've trained with that have been on their healing journey for 50 years. And if you ask them, does it ever end? No, because we are multidimensional beings. But the beauty of this lifetime, this beauty of us moving into the ascension process, first, we have so much support. You're never going to have more support than you already have. Now, for some people, they need to see that support in a specific way. And when they feel like the support can come in a different way, they start to get scared. Well, say if I say thank you to a being of light I don't know, and it's the wrong thing, it's the wrong energy, it's coming from a different realm, and their fear takes over and they're very worried. And then they just don't even know what to do. They become so confused. But what if you woke up every morning connected to the divinity in you and this creative energy? You can call it God, you can call it source, you can call it creative, the creator, you can call it the universe. It doesn't matter about the name, Christ consciousness. It's all just that pure love that we come from. So if you made an intention, an affirmation, that when I connect, I'm only connecting with 100% divine love and light. And then when you're connecting, if you were to get a message, if you were to feel something hug you, you know it's coming from that beautiful, loving Christ consciousness. And you have nothing to worry about. So if you do get a hug from something and you might be like, oh, that's not the right thing. No, it's the right thing. There's another thing you can do. You can say, if you were, let's say, being worked on, some people are becoming more sensitive and they can feel worked on. And if you say, if there's anything inappropriate working on me, it must stop now. And when you say that with your power, this is your body, this is your soul, and it doesn't stop, well then, it's a being of light that is working on us. We are being worked on a lot during the day. We're being worked on a lot during our sleep. I don't want you to fear the love that is coming at us so strongly nowadays. Now, many of the people that are on my call, you guys get it. You know, I can't get everyone on these calls. They're not meant for everyone. People come in and out of these calls as they need them. But for those of you who are on the calls and you can feel this love, when I say beings of light, what does that mean to you? Well, they're all love. They know exactly what you need. They work with your higher self, your soul that knows exactly where you've been, where you need to go, what's in the way, and what's up for healing today. So we trust the process and we allow the love in. You guys can do it pretty easy. I can feel it. I know, yes, there's a bit of anxiety when we start these calls. I can feel that. There's a little bit of, oh, should I do it? What's coming up? Something's bubbling up. I don't like it. The dark energy, the dense energy that we're releasing has a consciousness, and it doesn't want to leave. It likes picking on you. But that layer is going to be released today with that love that comes through. And a lot of you are regulars, you know that feeling. But once that anxiety passes, what do you feel? Immense love coming through. Because you deserve it. And we are on such a beautiful trajectory as we're moving to the new earth. I never want you to give up on yourself. And I'm so blessed to do these calls with this group of people because you guys are allowing. You guys are giving that permission. There are so many others out there, and perhaps you have others out there in your life that you would love to say, come and join these calls. Allow the love of God to help you move up to that vibrational scale. And they'll tell me, no, I'm not loved. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve. Sometimes our traumas can be so big. And our childhood traumas, but not just childhood, they can happen in childhood. They can happen in your, in your teens, in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. These traumas can become very big. They're called moments of time or soul fragments. There's a part of you that is replicating that moment of time, that trauma over and over and over and over. What does it want? It wants more trauma. It wants more hurt. It needs to replicate because that's all it knows. Now, sometimes these traumas get so big, it's almost like we're possessed by our own self. But no matter how despairing it feels, no matter how hard it feels, no matter how dark or locked up in a room you feel like, the love of God is always there. So allowing that love to come in and help us heal those wounds, those traumas, those negative beliefs, those patterns of behavior that just are not suiting us, those moments of time, ancestral wounds, past lives, all of it. When we deal with those in healings, the layer is complicated, but we don't have to understand it. There's many, 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 many different things in our layer. But when our soul, our higher self, is ready to release a layer, whatever's in it, we don't have to fully understand it. We don't have to relive it. We allow it to lift. And what happens when it lifts? When it lifts, more light comes in. You become more of who you are. The way we heal, the way we get back to who we are, is to let go of the parts of us that aren't really us. It's actually that simple, but it's quite a journey, and it's kind of complicated. And if you try to understand it with the human mind, it's not that easy to understand because we're dealing with multidimensional issues, challenges, understandings. So how does the human mind wrap itself around? Sometimes I just have to say, I know what's happening. I can feel it happening. Just today, because this call was coming up today, and I was also feeling the hurt of a client. I got sad suddenly. I was in a really good mojo, and suddenly this wave of sadness came, and I had actually 3 clients pop up in my view. I could feel them. I could feel their hurt. And I said, okay, what is it in me that's being triggered by them? And I sat there quietly and I sent us all healings. Simply sending love to whatever they need and whatever I need to release us all from our hurts, from our traumas. Because sometimes we have triggers, and those triggers go both ways. They're triggering something in me, and I might be triggering something in them. Using things like Ho'oponopono, because you don't have to be a healer. We all have that love. You don't have to consider yourself a healer. You can heal by using simple processes like Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you and thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you and thank you. Grab pictures of people that are hurting your heart. It could be your daughter, it could be a spouse, it could be your whole family, it could be friends, it could be someone who hurt you. Put their picture out, let those feelings bubble up, and use Ho'oponopono, you'll see how powerful you are, because you will heal yourself and you will heal them. This day and age, if I can teach you anything or get across to you, is to own your magnificence, to know that you are a divine being of light, to know that you are magnificent, and this is just an aspect of you in this physical body. Now, we only get this body one time. I'm only going to be Brenda Ferrugia one time. So I try to make every moment count. So when I'm down, what do I look for? How am I going to raise myself up? There's a lot going on planet Earth. We can look on the news and you get this horrific information. No, that can't be happening in our day and age. It just can't. And you kind of get into fear, worry, sadness. But you don't want to stay there. It's okay to dip into it once in a while, but you want to get yourself out of it. Why? Because when you raise your vibration and you hold your vibration higher, you start to feel the love of God. Your light expands. And then you're holding the light for those who can't. So there's a lot of people suffering in this world right now. We can see it. We're seeing all different timelines right now. Many different times. I'm not saying we're seeing all of them, but we're seeing a very, very wide range of different timelines. You want to focus on the good timelines, because when you ask for positivity, you put out positivity. What happens? You get positivity. When you bless something, you get blessed back. If I'm looking at negative, what's going to happen? I'm going to lower my vibration. More negative is going to come into my life. I'm going to slowly get more negative. Over time, I'm going to get more negative. And I'm going to shift into a different timeline that I don't want to be in. This is the time where your thoughts, your words, your actions matter. Nobody can go through this ascension process for you. This is a very individual choice. Now we're going as a human collective. We've decided, yes, in the etheric field, we're going. But every person on this planet has their free will to choose what track they want to be on. So what track do you want to be on? Now, I openly say, I'm on the ascension track. I will do whatever I can. I work on myself every single day. And I'm human, guys. Some people will say, oh, Brenda, you always look like you're happy. You always look like this. You don't know what's going on inside this. I, too, get affected when I see those images, and I limit myself. But when I see those horrific images, I am human, and it hurts. And my vibration can drop. But what I have learned over 15 years is how to get myself back up. And it is a practice every single day. And when I feel wobbly, then I have to stop what I'm doing, and I need to go focus on me. A lot of people will say, well, I'm feeling really good. And then I lost it after 5 days. Well, in that 5 days where you felt good, and that's good, feel good for 5 days. I go, what were you doing? Were you meditating? Were you saying affirmations? Were you taking care of yourself? No, I felt so good, I just forgot about it. No matter how good you feel, you need to keep on top of it, because there is a lot of darkness on this planet at this time. And it's coming at us from our own traumas as we're releasing. We're connected to many different aspects of our oversoul, different timelines, different, we can call them past lives and future lives. We're affected by so much. So we have this outside interference, that we have all this information coming to us. If you don't take care of your field, you don't take care of you every single day, it's going to creep in slowly. One day, and hopefully one day soon, we will be on a track and we can say we're on it, and we can let our guard down for a bit. But this is not the time to let your guard down. I know it's work. And people will say, oh, this is a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but aren't you worth it? You're a divine being of God. You're not worth the work. 15 minutes a day, 1-5. You're not worth that? You're definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Now, there is nobody that's going to come magically and take this all away. I have worked with many healers all over the world. I have spoken to many healers over the world. I have listened to podcasts. I have read hundreds of books. And what do they all say? We heal layer by layer. We need to do the work. This is our mess we created in humanity. It is for us to uncreate it. Now, someone will say, well, I didn't add to the wars that are happening right now. No, but we pay taxes that added to the flow of giving those types of things to countries. We have added by not just being part of this being part of 3D. So and you don't know what we've done in other lifetimes, so we have added to this. This is not just their problem or their problem. This is a human consciousness problem. And what we need to do is we need to do what is right. We need to make the right choices for ourselves. And when someone says, God has forsaken me, I just want to hold them and let them feel the love come through me so they can feel how loved they are. God has not forsaken you. You have just dropped to a lower vibration where you're feeling that dark, dense, heavy energy. And when you're in it, I know all of us have been in it. It sucks. It brings on depression, sadness, despair, anxiety, worry, fear. Our inner child's freaking out. There's a lot of things happening. But when we're feeling that love, when we're raising our vibration, what happens? We feel passion, excitement, inspiration. We feel that connection. And sometimes people say, I felt bliss for a few moments. I just felt what it was to be connected to God, like so deeply. That glimpse is what you want to strive for. And as we move through the ascension process, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. We just have to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and never give up on yourself. But know that you are loved beyond measure. The love of God loves all of us, all the same. None of us are more special than everybody else. We're all special. But you want to raise yourself up to bring that love in. Now, someone will say, well, what do I need to do to feel that? How do I make better decisions? Well, sometimes they're just really basic. Don't lie. Let go of the hate. Learn to forgive yourself and forgive others. Stop being judgmental. Stop assuming what you're doing is right and someone else is wrong. Stop assuming that we all have to be the same. Those are just some basic things. Have more compassion for yourself. Don't leave yourself in separation. Yes, we all made mistakes. And sometimes we look at the past and we say, oh my gosh, why didn't I know better? What could I have done better? You could have done nothing better back then, because that version of you was in a different frame of mind, under different programming. And as you've awoken and you're starting to heal and change, your subconscious heals, your programming heals. You start to feel your magnificence. And when you start to make better choices, we then regret what we did in the past. That was a different version of you. Just let it go. Accept that different version as, wow, Brenda made some really silly mistakes back in the day. She had no self-love. I thank her for doing what she did to allow me to grow, to become who I am today. And this version right now, today, what day is it today? October 1st. In about 2 days, this version, maybe in 1 day, maybe after this healing, will be a different version yet again. Because we're always changing. When you decide that you matter, when you decide to change the narrative, change the patterns of behavior. And once you know you have a pattern of behavior, you know it, it's no longer a pattern of behavior. It's now a choice. Simple. What do you choose? Are you going to choose the old way of thinking? Are you going to choose the old paradigm? Are you going to choose to watch the same nasty stuff and let that filter into your system? Or are you going to say, no, I care about myself too much. I'm going to be the light holder for myself and my family. I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to live life. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to make wrong decisions. And some people say, oh my God, I always make the wrong decision. I get it. With time and healing, You will start to learn prudence and discernment. Ask for that today. When we go into this meditation today, ask for the love of God to help you make better choices in your life. So instead of always going the wrong track, you go to the right track. You know, it's healing layer by layer. And when we make a mistake, what do? You forgive yourself and then move forward. You know, we're on planet Earth. Things are still going to come at us. Things are still going to challenge us. Things are going to piss us off, frustrate us, make us cry. We have things coming out. Just be with them. They're challenges and they're testing us and they're teaching us and they're allowing us to see what's hidden and needs to heal. So no more suppressing. Let things come up to the surface. It's okay to be sad, but don't dwell in sadness. It's okay to be angry, but don't dwell in anger. Let it out. Move forward. You got this. You're beautiful. I would like everyone to take a deep breath. I was going to show you some pictures today. And I'm probably not going to get to it now because we're getting into the healing call. There's so much information out there. But I'm going to give you one. I'm just going to explain it instead of bringing it up. But when someone is in a dark cloud and they're in a dark room, all they see is darkness. They are victims. And it's really hard to deal with someone who's in a victim state because they're living a reality that's real to them. Even if we allow some of that trauma, some of that darkness to leave, let's say it's a mile long and now it's half a mile long. They're still in it. So they feel like, I'm not changing. I'm still in it. Nothing's working. But when you see them, energetically, they look a lot lighter because they no longer have a mile of darkness. It's not like it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But until they're able to really see that crack of light, it doesn't matter if they're in this much or this much or this much. They just feel like they're a victim and they can't get out of it. So being compassionate to those who are in that victim mentality, that feel like they don't deserve, they can't get out of it. We can keep reminding them that they're beautiful, that they deserve. We can send them love, send them light, but do not take responsibility for their healing. Because when you're holding the light for someone and you really want them to snap out of it, it is up to them. It is up to their higher self. It is up to their soul's journey to wake up when they're ready. So we can hold the light. We can make it available. Just like when we do this in this meditation, we send the love and light to all these people we're worried about. But can we force the healing? Absolutely not. Their higher self is going to take what it can. That's why when we have healing sessions, some people have these miraculous shifts, 180, and like, oh my gosh, I had miraculous healing. We didn't do that. They did it. Yes, we held the space for them, but I could have held the same space for somebody else and they would have had no change. I can have 10 people in front of me. Hold the light. What's going to happen? Everyone's going to get what they need. Some may have fabulous healings. Some are going to walk away saying it didn't work for me. Now, when we're holding the light for people, should we take that personally? Absolutely not. It is our hope that everyone heals. It is our hope that everyone decides to take the ascension train. But it's not necessary that everybody will. And it's okay because a soul's journey is a soul's journey. Eventually, every soul gets back home. So I know, I can feel you guys. You guys are working on yourselves. You're doing your best. And I know it can be frustrating. And I know it can be upsetting. But you know what? You're doing a great job. So pat yourself on the back. Take that time to reconnect every day in quiet body and quiet mind. That is where your power is. Now, sometimes I'll say, and people know that I do this, oh, I'm meditating when I cut the lawn. And I do. I'm really connected when I do that. But what I've been getting the urge to do more so is actually quiet the mind and the body to be still. So I'm making an effort to be still more than not every day. So, what are you willing to do for yourself to get to that next level, to keep that love flowing? I'm going to get the call ready now for the healing part. I'm just going to drink a moment, get the music on. But before we start, I am going to just let you know, because I just kind of put it together today. It's been something that's been brewing. On October 17th, I believe it's called the Hunter's Moon. It's a Thursday. I'm going to be starting an 8-week intensive course for people who are really committed on themselves, in themselves, working on themselves, who want to be part of a community where we meet live once a week. I'm going to have supporting meditations for each week. We're going to have a group chat in WhatsApp where we can connect, ask questions, support, and be supported. It's something new. I've never tried it before, but I know it's going to be fabulous. Look for the email. It's going to be on my website. If you want to visit sobrilliant.ca, there is a landing page. I just created it all today. When I'm in the flow and I know I'm getting guidance, I can create things very quickly. So it's all come together very quickly. It runs 8 weeks, but there's going to be a promo week or a bonus week that's going to start on the 10th of October for anybody who wants to join a live course to learn how to meditate and why deep breathing is important. It's an interactive live course I'm going to be putting on, which anyone who joins the 8-week will have access to the replay or joining that live call. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be supportive, because right now it is so important to take care of you, to focus every day. I'm not saying that this course is going to take all your time. It's really just one day a week where we're live for 2 hours. But I am going to put it out there that I would like you to at least commit to 15 minutes a day to give yourself that quiet reflection time so you can make the most of this 8 weeks. The goal is, it's like these calls, but it's going to be a little more, it's going to be on Zoom, so it's a little more interactive, a lot more, touchy-feely. If you just want to just sit and listen, you can. If you want to be interactive, you can. Group coaching is amazing because it takes that one brave soul to ask a question that everyone else is asking. And we heal together, we learn together, and we support each other for the next 8 weeks. So you can learn some really valuable basic things that you should know, tools that you can use. I teach so much and then people forget. I don't use that tool because in a session, you're only getting 1 hour of me. But imagine 8 weeks of constantly learning, constantly trying, constantly repeating. You're going to form some beautiful new habits. And we need these new habits as we move into the new earth. So do it for yourself. Do it for your family. If it resonates, please join. And now let's get into this beautiful music, this beautiful healing, so we together can bring in the love. And we're going to bring in the love for everyone and everything on this beautiful planet. So I am going to ask my voice sound check people if I'm okay. So there's, actually I'm going to put up my mic a bit. So now I'm going to talk. This is my voice. This is the music. There's a nice balance I like. So when I replay it sometimes I'm like, oh wow, that would be beautiful. I don't like straining to hear the music, and I don't like straining to hear my voice. So let me know if it's good, and then we're going to start from there. I'm just going to take a look at the chat, drink something from my throat. Sounds perfect. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn, you may drift and allow the love. I know she always does and comes back afterwards. Another thing, for those of you, she was already gone, but back now. For those of you who feel this intense need to fall asleep during these healings, that is completely okay. What's happening is your mental body quiets down, so these beings of light can do what they need to more deeply. Now, if you're someone that stays awake, that's completely fine too. There's just no right or wrong. We're all unique beings. We heal the way we need to heal. But listening to my voice and listening to the music are not important. This energy is going to surround you and love you and do whatever it needs to do for you. You're in your own octahedron of love. Your higher self is in charge. So now let's get into that beautiful state of love. Okay, music might be too loud. Give me one moment. Thank you, Lynn, for not drifting off quite yet. Okay, I put it slightly less. It could be my voice because today I don't think I'm talking that loud. It's hard to hear Brenda. It's too loud. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'm going to put it down a bit. So I'm not going to start until it's at a good place, because when it's not in a good place, I know it can be really irritating. All right. Now let me know. My voice is a bit softer. I've been talking a lot, and my throat chakra is being worked on, which is a very common thing for me. It's one of those areas that I just have so much suppressed energy. Better? A bit more. Wow. Okay. There we go. Now, hopefully that's not too much. Okay, here we go. The energy's already flowing, everyone. I just haven't started talking. So you're going to get in your cozy positions. What's going on today? I can't even hear the music on my end. Okay, I done it again. I'm going to go look at one other place where it could be an issue. Very strange. Okay, let me know, guys. That's good? Good balance? Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I can't even hear the music on my end, which is completely fine. But as long as you guys can hear it and you're comfortable, that is my main concern. All right, everyone. Here we go. You're either laying down, sitting down. I would suggest your eyes be closed, but it's totally up to you. There's no right or wrong here. Your higher self is in charge. You're completely protected, and we are surrounded by the love of God. You're only beings of love, pure 100% divine light. So for those of you who are sensitive in energy and they feel some tingling, know that is for your highest good. Your higher self has prepared a layer. And in this layer, there are multiple, many things. Sometimes I say thousands. It could be 2% of this trauma, 4% of this one, 100% of that one. It doesn't matter. It's like this big, icky mess of stuff you no longer need. It is energies. It is negative beliefs, traumas, experiences that are no longer serving you. And in your magnificence, you are going to shine brighter as this is lifted away. These beautiful beings of light know exactly what you need. So as you get into the receiving mode of love, that's the only thing you need to do. You don't have to hear the sound of my voice. You don't have to hear the music. Just drift into that state of peace, whatever that is for you. And for those of you who hear the chatter going on, they can't quiet their mind, it's completely okay, as the energy works just the same. It's going to meet you where you need it. Now at this point, some people start to feel a little bit of anxiety. Tears are coming up. Their body's feeling tense. Allow deep breaths. Bring in this love of God to any area of your body that needs it. Allow it to baste in the love, to baste in the light. Allowing everything to just melt away. Anything that you're releasing today is no longer needed, and it never returns. You feel lighter, more connected, more at peace. Let those worries and anxieties and fears and uncertainties melt away. and this peace and knowing that you are safe and secure are anchored in your heart. Feeling the love weaving through your essence, every cell of your body is being surrounded in golden light. Allowing deep breaths. You don't have to know what's leaving. It doesn't matter. You can just focus on the peaceful feeling, how much you are loved, how powerful you truly are. These healings are getting more powerful every day. You know, back in the day, we used to say, oh, we need to balance your chakras and unknot your meridian system. That's all happening automatically. But there is so much happening at the cellular level. There's so much happening in your subconscious as you're releasing those fears and worries. Your spiritual DNA, that 24th chromosome, is activating, bringing gifts, more openness, more allowance of who you truly are. We are moving to a new time, exciting times, where we get to evolve, where compassion, love, and joy are the main driving forces, where we can look at our neighbors with pure love, no matter where they're at, knowing that we're all in process of reclaiming our magnificence. You are beautiful. You are healing. There's a lot of people who've passed on intentions for themselves. Perhaps they're recovering from a surgery, a stay in the hospital, an emotional event, a loss of a loved one. Childhood traumas that just don't seem to want to clear. There's so many of them, and as they're clearing, they feel like it's never ending. You are not alone, dear ones. You are loved beyond measure. And when you chose to come on planet Earth, you knew it wasn't going to be easy, but you came here willingly, with excitement. And now you're here, and you're like, what have I done? We understand. And we have so much support. We're with you all the time, 24 hours of the day. And sometimes we hear you call and say, I need help. Well, you have all the help you need all the time. We want you to tap into it. Know it's there for you. Allow it. Feel that magnificence inside you. Say, I deserve it. I allow it. I give permission. You are not a victim of this planet. You are a victor. And although these are challenging times, we know your magnificence. We see where you're headed. Keep chipping away. Slowly but surely, you're going to start feeling that love in your heart. You're going to feel that reconnection to who you are. a deep breath, bringing in that beautiful energy deep to every cell in your body. Letting those traumas, those hurts, those moments of time heal. Releasing you of any karmic debts, any ancestral wounds, past life traumas, whatever's up for healing today, allow it to come up. Don't suppress it. It might feel uncomfortable. Let that energy come up, acknowledge it, and let it go. It's no longer yours. Anchoring that love of God deep within you. You know, it's such a peaceful feeling. You might even be floating in the stars with loving light all around you. For those of you who are still conscious, you might see this beautiful golden warm blanket, and it's being wrapped around your essence. It's bringing love and security and warmth. You feel so protected, so loved, and you think, I could be in this forever. Allowing deep breath as this healing blanket starts to melt away, dissolve, transmute, release any of that stuck energy that was a little more stubborn today. That belief pattern that you just don't want to let go. It's time to break it. It's time to set yourself free. That repetitious thought that you're not good enough. It's time to break it, because we know your magnificence. You are ready, dear one. You are ready to shine. The world needs your light now more than ever before. As you shine your light, you add to the light of the world, dissolving the darkness, increasing the light quotient, moving us faster into the ascension process as we move closer to that timeline, to that train that we want to be on. I say yes to the ascension process. I say yes to my magnificence. I say yes to my healing and the emotional field, the mental field, the physical field, the spiritual field. I honor all the experiences I have had, for they have created who I am today. Wiser, more discerning, more prudent, and I'm getting better every single day. I am healing because I'm allowing it, because I know I deserve it. I am worthy. I am significant. I am worth supporting. I am worth being with. I am fun and loving. I am compassionate. I am intelligent. I am beautiful. I am wise. I am connected. Anchor in that love deep within your cells. We're rewriting negative thoughts with positive ones. We're breaking any broadcast messages that say that you're not good enough, and we're replacing them with beautiful knowings that you're magnificent, you're brilliant. Actually, you're so brilliant. You can feel that flutter in your heart because it knows how magnificent you are. You are a piece of creation, and for that you matter. And you're much more powerful and important than you know. You are a unique puzzle. And your puzzle piece is needed because it is a part of creation. I want you to own your uniqueness, own your authentic self. Allow that beautiful being you are to shine, to laugh, to be excited and inspired, following your passion and your joy. Be that beautiful being you were born to be, as we pull away the resistance that stops you from smiling, stops you from doing what you need to do, stops you from being healthy. Allow it to go. You don't need it anymore. Imagine it leaving, because it is. It's leaving your system, it's dissolving, never coming back. And in replaces this beautiful beam of master light. You can imagine this golden light surrounding you now, bringing that peace, that healing, that warmth, that comfort, that beautiful golden light is with you always. Now at this time, if you're having tears, let them go. Let them roll down. Let that energy leave. Emotional response are completely fine. Some of you might be yawning or sighing or burping. Just allow it all to go. It's okay. You're in a safe place. You're surrounded by beings of light that love you, that honor you, that protect you. And as we continue with your healing, we're going to have those special intentions for family and friends. Send them the love they need. Of course, we can't force it. It's made available. It's up to their higher self to take it. We're weaving this beautiful energy into your homes. It's melting away, dissolving the dark energy. Actually, the dark energy is running out. This light is so powerful. Your house is becoming, or your home is becoming lighter. It's going to smell fresher. It's going to feel more vibrant. We're bringing peace and joy and harmony and love. For those of you who have pets, they've been basing in this energy since we started. Those who have family or friends, they may not be watching this. They are being surrounded by the love. There's a lot of love going on here. It feels so good. powerful, magnificent being, and you're adding this light, adding your light. Your heart is expanding. And as this beautiful, massive, huge beam of light from all of us is collecting with these beings of light, we're going to send this beam of light to Mother Earth. And you can imagine this in any way that's comfortable for you. It's expanding out of your heart, through your neighborhood, through your city, through your province or state, through your country. It's weaving through Mother Earth, through the landscapes. It's surrounding Mother Earth. All this is happening while your healing continues. This light is that powerful. The frequency of love is the most powerful energy in the universe. And we have so much support to send out this beam of light. We're sending it out to the darkest areas on Earth, to the lightest. Every air molecule is being surrounded by this light. Every water molecule. The energy is being made available to all plant life, animal life, marine life, to all of humanity, to the birds, to the insects, to all matter, because we're all part of divinity. There is nothing left out of divinity. Yes, some of us, some things are separated, but let's help them to remember who they are. They're always welcome back into the kingdom of light. God's arms are always open. And as this beautiful energy is weaving, surrounding, unfolding, surrounding, moving, shifting, miracles are happening. People who have been in despair are feeling that love touch their heart. They may not know where it's coming from, but this energy, this love, is touching the hearts of millions, bringing peace and calmness, a knowing that no matter what situation they're in, they can change for the better. Our circumstances don't matter, our state of being matters. If we can hold that peaceful state and raise our vibration, and no matter what circumstance you're in, your world will change. Dear ones, it's time to wake up. Feel the love of God. Feel your importance. Know your importance. Know that you matter. Allowing fear and anxiety to melt away and adding extra light to these places that are extremely dark on earth at this time. We're going to flood them with light. And as this beautiful energy weaves through, we can feel the love that's there for everyone. And as this light continues to flow, even when this meditation is over, your bodies will be processing this light. Lots of healing will continue. This light will stay with Mother Earth and all of humanity for days to come. We are now going to be sending out this beautiful, powerful light into the universe, to our stars in the Milky Way, to the multiverse. We're sending it back to the beings of light that have supported this work, that are holding the light for humanity as we go through this shift. We thank all the beings of light today that joined us. We thank all the beautiful beings of light that joined us. And I'm talking about you, dear ones, the ones joining the call live or on replay. Your presence matters. You hold tremendous light. You are powerful, magnificent, loved. Anchoring this peace in your heart. Knowing and trusting the process, because we're all unique on how we heal. Drinking lots of water, allowing this energy to do whatever is needed, releasing those toxins. As we slowly bring this meditation to an end, you can have that beautiful option to stay in the energy. There's no rush to snap out of it, but if you need to get up, that energy's still going to be working. We're going to allow this beautiful energy to stay with Mother Earth, to allow those healings happening all over this beautiful planet. We're shifting into better timelines, realities, where love is the answer. Compassion, peace, joy. We're going back to our birthright, everyone. Allow whatever is healing for you today to continue. In a moment, I'm going to bring out the singing bowl. If anyone's hearing my dog, he's just in a nice deep sleep, snoring. It's very cute, actually. Basing in his own energy of love there. I'm going to slowly bring down the music. If you like to return back, you may want to move your body My healing was extremely powerful. I'm feeling a little bit dizzy, which is completely normal and fine. But if you are feeling dizzy and you're coming back, give yourself some deep breaths. You may want to tap on your body. Drink some water. Wow, beautiful. Very powerful. Thank you all for joining today. Wow. Whew. Truly blessed there. All right, music's coming down. Hopefully the music was good. Nice balance there. I'm going to bring the singing bowl there we go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to close the call. May you all sleep well. Now, again, some of you are in processing, so after these calls, you don't sleep that good, and that is completely okay. It's unique to yourself. Just be with it. Drink lots of water. Talk to your guides. Talk to your higher self. Talk to God. You are loved beyond measure. Whatever's happening to you is for your highest good. This huge amount of light today. Beautiful. I'm still buzzing, and I'm just going to take a quick look at the chat before I close off. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. Hello, everyone. I see lots of hellos. It's hard to see after those healing sessions. Lots of lovely people on the chat, and I know a lot of people don't join the chat. All right, everyone, I'm going to end the call. If you have any questions, you can either put them in the comment here in YouTube or just email me directly. And look for that email because I'm really excited about this 8-week intensive, I call it a love fest. It'll be a lot of fun, and looking forward to see who comes along for the ride. All right, everyone. Be well. Good night. And sleep well. Blessings to everyone.